Myles Garrett's goal was to be NFL's top defensive player this season, but he won't finish it. Myles Garrett's indefinite suspension for smashing Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Mason Rudolph over the head with a helmet was upheld Thursday by an appeals officer who decided that the severe penalty on the Cleveland Browns star defensive end is fair. Garrett, who is one of the league's most dominant edge rushers, is banned for the final 6 regular season games and playoffs if Cleveland qualifies for pulling off Rudolph's helmet and cracking him with it in the closing seconds of the Browns' 21-7 win over their AFC North rival last week. Onyx News correspondent Reynolds McZorn, there is a lot at stake here. As this suspension has gone super crazy, the video has gone viral. There's a lot going on with it. Take us back to exactly what happened here.
Well, Nietzsche, I'm going to start off by saying that the act was egregious by Myles Garrett. Him and quarterback Mason Rudolph of the Steelers, they got into a tussle, and it ended with Myles Garrett taking his helmet and hitting Mason in the face. However, even though this act was egregious by Myles, and I don't agree with what he did, and I think the suspension, which is historic, is definitely warranted, I can't help but see a double standard here, Nietzsche. Myles Garrett was definitely fined early, along with some other players like Maurice Pouncey of the Steelers, but Mason Rudolph, he just got fined this past week in $50,000. He was allowed to play in Sunday's games. And here's the fact that a lot of people are missing, Nietzsche. When you look at the video, you can clearly see that it was Mason Rudolph who took his foot and kicked Myles Garrett in the groin, and he was also pulling Myles Garrett's helmet off. He went after a 272-pound 6'4" player. So, I feel like the NFL should have addressed this, all parties involved with an urgency, and showed discipline on all parts.
Garrett is also they're also encouraging him to meet with the commissioner's office before he can be reinstated. He's being fined over $45,000. There's another twist, though, to this, Reynolds, where they are saying, anonymous sources are saying that Garrett told the league that during his meeting with Thrash that Rudolph used a racial slur just before the brawl broke out. Could this, does this matter in the big scheme of things?
It absolutely does, Nietzsche. And a lot of people are overlooking the fact that when that incident occurred, there was a press conference that took place, and Myles was asked specifically by a reporter, did Mason say something? Is that what started this? Myles Garrett gave the response. He said, they just got to look into it. I'm not going to comment on that. So he kind of indicated that there had maybe was something said. So I don't agree with people who are saying that Myles is coming up with this new statement and this rhetoric about being called a racial slur. He indicated that very night that something was wrong and something may have been said. And it's costing him over $1.14 million.
It is, and it's also costing a setback to the Browns, who will be without their best defensive player as they try to end a postseason drought, which is dating back to 2002. Reynolds McZorn, thank you as always for awesome reporting. I can't wait to see how this story plays out.